So you want to live on the ocean, huh? Well, luckily for you, I have compiled the 10 cheapest cities for you to live in on the east coast of Florida, and this is going to be the rental edition. And if this video does well, meaning you guys give me some comments down below, I get some likes, and the video gets lots of views, I will probably make some follow-up videos like, where's the best places to rent this cheap on the west coast? Or where's the cheapest places to buy on the ocean? And things like that. So make sure that this video does well. So before we get into the places, I want to give you the criteria points that I use to find these listings, so that way you guys know what all of these listings have in common and how you could recreate this search for yourself if you wanted to. So all of these listings are coming from Zillow, and I'm going to have a link to every single one of them down below in the description. These are all 100% real listings available right now, at least as of me making this video today. So you can go down in the description and check out all of these listings for yourself if you wish. All of the rentals that I'm going to share with you are 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and the building is actually on the ocean. When I say on the ocean, I don't mean like a few blocks away or walking distance to the beach. No, I'm talking about right on the ocean. There are only a couple exceptions to this, and the exception to that is sometimes you have the building, the street, and then the beach, and that's just the way that the city is laid out. I still consider that oceanfront, even though it's technically the street that's on the beach and then you have the beach, but I consider that oceanfront because there are no other buildings closer to the beach. So there are a couple of places on my list which you'll see that made it to that oceanfront list, but trust me, that is still oceanfront. Another thing to keep in mind is that I didn't always use the absolute cheapest listing that I could find because of a couple of things. One, they are all 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. So because of that, obviously the prices are going to be higher, but I did cap it out at $2,500 a month, meaning that none of these listings are going to be more than $2,500 a month, and all of them are going to be significantly less than that. But if you were looking for a studio or a 1-bedroom, it would be reasonable to say that you would be able to get a place quite a bit cheaper than that on the ocean in one of these towns. I also tried to pick some places that just looked nice overall. Sometimes they weren't actually like the cheapest listing in the entire area, but it was something that looked presentable and something that I would maybe consider renting myself or consider showing to a client of mine if I was actually gonna show them one of these rentals. Because while there might be sometimes something really cheap like this one here, but it just looks terrible, so I would never bring a client there, and I would never be interested in renting a place like that myself, even though it's the cheapest one. So with all that being said, let's jump into the listings. Number 1 on my list, Riviera Beach. So I was looking through all of the listings on the East Coast, and I'm going to rank these from the most expensive all the way down to the cheapest at the end. So at number 10 is Riviera Beach, coming in at $2,250 a month for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom at 1,219 square feet. And to be honest, this place looks pretty nice. It actually even has an ocean view. So not all of these actually do have an ocean view. So that's a big plus, because even though this is the most expensive one, if you live on the ocean, chances are you're probably going to want an ocean view too. And the whole unit itself looks like it's been updated and has some modern furniture. The grounds in the building itself look very nice and well kept. They have a barbecue area, a pool, a gym, the tennis courts, and obviously you're right on the beach. You got a balcony with the ocean view. I would say for the money, this is a very good value. So this is definitely a very good listing, even though it's only number 10 on the list. Number 9, we got Hollywood Beach. And if you guys aren't familiar with Hollywood Beach, it's actually pretty close to Fort Lauderdale and that area, which isn't that far away from where I live here in Miami Beach. This is about a half-an-hour drive from my house. This place is number 9, and it comes in at $2,200 a month, 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,358 square feet. Also has a balcony with an ocean view, has a lot of nice modern furniture inside, and also this place just looks really nice. It definitely looks more modern than the last listing, and this area in particular is pretty favorable because if you've never been to Hollywood Beach, they have a pretty awesome boardwalk area there, probably one of the best boardwalks in all of South Florida, with a ton of cool restaurants and bars literally right on the beach. And this apartment is right in the mix of all of that. So I would say that this is, even though it's number 9 on the list, is also another extremely good value to live oceanfront in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom unit. Very cool. Number 8, we got Jupiter, Florida. Jupiter is about 10 to 15 minutes, maybe even 20 minutes north of West Palm Beach, Florida. And it's a very quiet town. In fact, a lot of people are moving there from Miami because they're just tired of how crowded and congested Miami's getting. And in Jupiter, you can still get a lot for your money, and it's still like a very American city. And what I mean by that, there's just not a ton of people that are from a million different countries there, and some Americans like that. So anyways, number 8 is Jupiter, and that one also comes in at $2,200 a month for a 1,300 square foot 2-bedroom, 2-bath. Looking at this place from the aerial view, it looks pretty awesome because they have this exclusive clubhouse area right on the beach, and I don't really see that with any other of these listings, and that's not very common. You don't see that often with these oceanfront buildings to have like their own oceanfront clubhouse kind of deal like that. So that's pretty cool. And once again, the unit is quite modern, very bright looking, and just is very pleasing. It doesn't have a direct ocean view like you can see here. You're kind of like looking out at the city or the landscape, but the building is oceanfront, and that's what we're talking about here. Also, it has carpet, and that's not really a favorable thing either. But I'll tell you what, it's got its own washer and dryer inside the apartment, and that balcony looks pretty big. So I would say that's still a pretty big deal and a win for sure. Coming in at number 7 on the list is Hutchinson Island, Florida. And here we have a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom at 1,310 square feet for $2,000 a month. And this place is another one that looks pretty decent. I guess you're going to hear me say that about most of them because, first of all, I picked these out myself. So, hey, I tried to pick out the best ones I could find for this price point. But I see a lot of light coming into this unit. Beautiful ocean views. I don't know if it has a direct ocean view. Let's see. Yeah, it does. You can see the ocean directly off the balcony here in the bedroom. So that's great. The furniture looks a little dated, definitely not my style, but the price really isn't too bad to live oceanfront. The gym looks pretty decent. The pool area is also really nice. I mean, look at this walkway down to the beach, right through the dunes there. It looks very beautiful. Little gazebo there to take a break. The beach there looks super peaceful. Nothing like here. Here there's always like a million people at the beach, but yeah, looks great. Number 6 on my list is very close behind at only a $5 a month difference, but $5 is $5. And this one is $1,995 a month, and it's actually a 3-bedroom unit, which I don't know how this works. It's saying it's 3 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms. Maybe it's like some kind of a house or something on the water. It's really hard to tell from the pictures. They have this street view here. Let's take a look at it. So yeah, this is actually like a house on the beach, basically. That's what this looks like to me, some sort of a house. Value-wise, this is probably the best deal, even though it might not be the cheapest one on the list, but to have a house that's actually on the beach for less than $2,000 a month, I don't know where else you can find that, guys. I mean, Florida is one of the cheapest places to live on the ocean in the whole United States, and to have this kind of Florida lifestyle for this price, I'll take it. So yeah, this is a 3-bedroom, 6-bathroom house, almost 2,000 square feet, and it looks like it's also pretty updated. You got a direct ocean view off of the balcony here. The pictures here for this listing aren't really that great, but it's nice that this place does come unfurnished, which in all the ones I've showed you so far look like they are furnished. So the fact that this one is unfurnished and you can put your own personal touch on it, and the size, I think that's a huge win. Number 5. Fort Lauderdale Beach. Now this is actually not very far away from where I live either. This is about 45 minutes north of here, so it's cool to see something not far make it onto this list. So this is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 950 square feet, so that's pretty small for a 2-bedroom. I see 1-bedrooms here bigger than that sometimes. The price is $1,950 a month. This one's another one that's furnished, but you can see the balcony does offer up an ocean view. And this is what I was talking about earlier. You see, the way that Fort Lauderdale is laid out is that they have the buildings, and then you have the street, and then you have the ocean. So that in my book is still considered oceanfront because there are no buildings actually on the sand there in Fort Lauderdale. They're all like across the street from the beach. But that's still oceanfront because like here in Miami Beach, we have buildings that are across the street from the beach, but then we also have buildings that are literally right on the sand, like where I live here on the ocean. But this unit looks pretty nice. They have granite countertops. The appliances look modern. The pool area looks very modern. The furniture looks decent. Lots of natural light coming in there. So even though it's kind of small, the building is modern. I love this gym. All the gyms that have like these whole barbell setups, I'm game for that. I love that. The whole place looks very nice. Barbecue area, billiard room, hanging out room. Very good deal. Number 4 on this list is Cape Canaveral. And this area is very famous in Florida for all of the rocket launches because that's where all the rocket launches happen. The Kennedy Space Center is right there. So this place has to have an awesome view every time they launch one of those rockets. And this listing, I don't know what it is, but whoever took the pictures of this listing, they did a beautiful job because even though the place itself doesn't look anything special, the furniture looks very generic, but the colors of the unit and, you know, seeing the view outside the window there, everything just looks very beautiful. I like these pictures. It just drew attention right away. But it's not like an old place, you know. It does have modern appliances. You got granite countertops there. I love that window in the kitchen. What else we got? There's no carpet here, so that's a big plus. Lots of natural light coming in. And this place is $1,800 a month at 1,145 square feet. Wow, what a deal, guys. Coming in at number 3, Jensen Beach. This one, we got a $1,700 a month, 2-bedroom, 2-bath. That is 1,154 square feet. And this one has a direct ocean view. That view is gorgeous. I mean, just waking up to see that every day is unbelievable. I mean, I know I live here on the ocean too, but this is like a whole nother level of beautiful because you have the grass and the dunes right in front of you too. And it looks like a very isolated area, I guess you could say, of Florida. Not digging that carpet in the bedrooms, but I love that it has that water view right out the bedroom window as well. Nice walk-in closet. Yeah, the furniture's pretty old, could use some updating. It's nice that it has a little open kitchen area there. Looks like it even has a wet bar there in the living room too. I'm guessing that's what that is. The kitchen's pretty old, but, you know, it serves its purpose. It does have a washer and dryer in the unit. That's nice. The building itself looks pretty dated on the outside, but so what? For $1,700 a month to live on the ocean, this is a great deal, guys. Number 2, Hillsborough Beach, Florida. And this one comes in at $1,650 a month for an 1,130 square foot apartment. And the building itself doesn't look too bad on the outside. This kitchen is gorgeous so far. Nice and white and bright. Granite countertops, a nice big window in the kitchen that you can open. That's a luxury I don't have here in my unit. You got tile floors throughout so far, it looks like. A balcony. This one looks like, yeah, it does have somewhat of an ocean view. It's not a direct ocean view like the last one, but the fact that you can walk out to the balcony and see the ocean, I still consider that a huge plus. I'll take that. The bedroom in this place looks huge. Gigantic walk-in closet. It looks like they did a very good job with the layout of this apartment. I don't know what this deck is. I'm guessing this is like the walkout way from the beach area, but I like that. It looks pretty sweet. Pool area is nice. Little tiki hut there. Yeah, I can see now that's the walkout area to the beach. Overall, an excellent, excellent oceanfront value. Oh, and look, they have even little rooftop area too here for barbecuing, it looks like. That's a plus. So now we've made it to the moment of truth that you guys have all been waiting for. the #1 cheapest place to live on the ocean on the east coast of Florida is... It's actually a tie. There's two of them. So let me show you. We got Pompano Beach and we got Ormond Beach, Florida. I'm going to show you the Pompano Beach one first. This one is only $1,500 a month, guys, for a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom on the ocean in Pompano Beach. It is a little bit small at 975 square feet, but so what? You know, that's not that small. It's definitely livable. If it's just like you and your wife and you don't have any kids, or even if you do have kids, you could definitely make this work. There's like an ocean view from every single window in this place. The apartment itself, the decorations are not my style, but the overall look of everything as far as like the modernness and having that ocean view just everywhere you look, that's what it's all about. And that's what I'm sure you guys are interested in too when you're watching this video, is just seeing how beautiful it is to wake up and look out at the ocean every day. And I think I remember seeing in this listing that the beach here is actually private. Well, maybe I'm confusing that with a different listing, but whatever. The other #1 that was a tie is Ormond Beach, and the nice thing about this one is the unit itself is actually a lot bigger at 1,283 square feet. The price is still $1,500 a month, but the unit itself is more dated. You know, the decorations are pretty old, looks like from at least the 90s. The kitchen's not bad. Washer and dryer in the unit. It does have a balcony. You know, the view is not that great. You are on the ocean, as you can see, but you barely can see it from there. You kind of just look at like the grass and like the empty lot next door. The pool looks very old. The whole beach entrance area looks a little bit ghetto. It's just kind of run down. If I was going to pick one of these for the #1 pick, for the cheapest one, I would definitely go with that one in Pompano Beach, just because of the overall look and feel of the entire unit and building. And for $1,500 a month, you really cannot beat it. Now, there is one place I wanted to mention on this list that's like an honorable mention. It didn't make it to the top 10 because it's not the cheapest. It came pretty close to being at the bottom of the list at $2,200 a month for this 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom townhouse on the water. And I wanted to give this one an honorable mention for a couple of reasons. One, it's a townhouse. It's not a condo, so that's pretty cool. It's the only other one that's like a house on the beach. And it's also pretty big at 1,355 square feet. But the reason I didn't put this one on the list is because it says that 11% taxes not included. I'm guessing they do some sort of like short-term rental situation here. I'm not sure if those 11% taxes would apply if you were going to be renting this unit long-term. But if it did apply, that would bring the price to over $2,400 a month. So that's why it didn't make the list. But as far as the actual look of the place, I mean, the place looks pretty nice. You know, the furniture's not bad. Lots of windows, lots of light. It's a total beach pad. You got like this loft area up here, which is another bedroom. The whole place is just pretty neat looking. To have this on the beach, and then you have like your own little patio out here. You can do barbecues, walk out for a swim, get a tan anytime you want. I love it. That's the total beach lifestyle. Now, if you made it this far, there is a really good chance that you're probably going to want to watch some more of these videos right over here. And if you do, guys, I will love to see you over there in that next video. See you then.